We'll see.
Tim Walz should resign immediately. There is no reason this fellow should continue to hold the office of governor of the state of Minnesota. He is complicit in the fraud. There are too many sources who can corroborate that. He doesn't know what to do. He's been useless. He must go. He must resign as soon as possible. If you want to impeach him, I'll accept that. But he must resign. He's an absolute failure. He has made this country the laughing stock of the country. There is no excuse for this bumbling fellow to be the governor of Minnesota. It's an embarrassment. He should never have been governor. He must resign immediately. That's the official position of the show called Garage Logic.
Do you think he will act on that mandate from the
No,
mayor?
Matthew, what we need are the leaders in the DFL to step forward and say it out loud. Because I know they're thinking it, Joe.
Yeah.
When do you think they will have that revelation like they did with Biden?
I don't know.
Or will
Way
they?
too late.
But it's rather pointless. Not pointless, but it can tend to become a little wearying to come in every day and point out the fraud. We all know the fraud. And it couldn't get any worse, by the way. There's now projected budget deficit in 2 years of over $2 billion. Mm-hmm. The state has been ruined financially. It's got a welfare mentality that must be completely reinvented. And as long as we're on the topic of Walz resigning, the Republican Party of the state of Minnesota has a great task ahead of them. First of all, they must win the governorship in the next election. And in order to do that, they're going to have to get their act together. You can't have 15 people running for governor. Get your act together right now. Get in a room and pick somebody. Kristen Robbins, Lisa Demuth, Kendall Qualls. Work something out now. Now. Now kick that pillow dipshit out of here.
Yeah, with extreme prejudice. Seriously.
Get your act together. This is so obvious how you can do this and appeal to everybody in this state. You must get your act together. I see it not happening. Get it together now. Pick your best candidate, and all of you work behind that candidate if you really care about the future of this state.
Boy,
There's enough prima donnas signing up to run. That's pointless.
Yeah.
Pointless.
Yeah.
You're going to have to find
Swallow your pride.
a serious, experienced candidate
Yeah.
whom you believe wholeheartedly wants to run to save the state.
You know who I picked, Joe? Lisa and Kendall.
That's fine.
They should announce that ticket now. And, congratulations if you're a lawyer and you've made it in life. We haven't heard of you. We need people like Lisa and Kendall.
Rook, look up for me. Who has announced that they're running for governor on the Republican side of the aisle in this state? It's got to be 10 people. And you're wasting our time. And you're wasting your time. We don't have time for this nonsense.
Yep.
Walz needs to resign, and your presence must be so forceful that people can't wait to vote for you. You got that, Republican Party? You've got to show this state something, not this failure you've shown.
Here's who has declared. Let me just make sure this is for this year, 2026. Okay. DFL Republicans, Lisa. Let's see. Lisa Demuth.
Yes.
Scott
Demuth?
Jensen. Demuth, I'm sorry. Scott Jensen.
He's going to be in the mix.
Jeff Johnson.
No.
Patrick Knight.
No.
Brad Kohler.
No.
Chris Medell.
No.
Phil Parrish,
No.
Kendall Qualls,
Yes.
and then Kristen Robbins.
Yes, in the mix.
Filed
And I don't
paperwork.
mean any animosity at all towards those other people, but you don't have a snowball's chance in hell. So do the right thing, find the right candidate, and get busy today.
Here's
Today.
who's filed paperwork. Lindell,
No.
Julia Coleman, who is the daughter-in-law of Norm.
No.
Jim Nash, state representative, has potential. And then here's who has declined. Zach Duckworth, state senator, Tom Emmer, and Pete Stauber.
Yeah. Well, they have gigs.
Right, but they're saying we're not doing that.
So Scott Jensen.
Well, he's got to be in the meeting.
Why?
He's not
To help right the ship, not to be a
He's got some
superstar.
great ideas, but he fouled his own nest last time, and you can't take the chance of him doing that again.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. I don't think he should be a candidate. I don't care if he's in the planning committee or sitting at the table, but seriously.
I think he'd be useful to the planning committee.
Okay. And I know a lot
not
of
to do.
I know a lot of GLers disagree with me, but I'm sorry, he had his chance, he blew it, it didn't work. We need fresh faces, people who care. Lisa's already on the inside. She's brilliant, she's level-headed, she's got great ideas, and she's both her and Kendall. And I know a lot of you Republicans, you're going to call me a rhino. She's going to get the crossover vote. We need the crossover vote in this state.
A female and a minority self-made
See,
man.
I don't want to bring that up because neither one of them want to bring that up.
Well, but
you're right.
They
You're
don't
right,
need to.
Reavers. That's going to appeal to the crossover voter.
Here's the deal, too. It's the Republican Party who blew it, not necessarily Johnson. They should have nominated Qualls
Right.
because Johnson had made
Jensen.
Jensen had made
Yeah.
some terrible errors.
Yeah. And you called him out right away.
And the other thing I would advise the Republican Party, you better you're not Trump people. You're Minnesota people trying to save the state of Minnesota.
Yeah.
So keep Trump out of your BS.
Yeah, and let those questions bounce off you. Just ignore those stupid questions because the Star Tribune and all the lefties are going to try to pigeonhole you and call you a Trump person. Just ignore all that nonsense. You're from Minnesota. You're one of us. You're not a Trumper.
Okay. I have great
So wait a minute. So let's think about that for a second, Joe. What does that mean to the average voter in Minnesota if you ignore the Trump factor as a Republican? Is that going to harm you?
No.
Why?
Because the alternative is so damaged and so unqualified that a Republican can just be a Republican. You don't have to be a Trump Republican to win in this state.
So
Right.
the message there that I took away from there is you Trump folks, knock off this rhino nonsense. Look what's happened to our state. We've got to come together and we've got to get behind a really good candidate. Knock off the rhino nonsense. That's what Reagan did. When Reagan, he healed the party basically by not hammering on the other side. We've got to do that again.
Walz, you must resign as sooner